Hotline Miami 2 is refused classification in Australia, and the dev responds in a very consumer-focused way. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but first, my opinion. I'm Tarmack, and this is Feature Creep. This week we saw more harsh news for gamers in Australia. Hotline Miami 2 was refused classification under the appropriate R18+ rating due to drug use and an implied rape scene. I really feel for the Aussie gamers because as a group they worked so hard to get an R18+ rating in the first place, hoping to properly have games rated for adults, but in turn the rating has become a hotbed of drama. For some reason, the Australian government likes the idea of telling its citizens what content they are and are not allowed to consume. The best part of this story, however, is the response from developer Jonatan Soderstom. A Redditor sent him a message asking about the issue, with a pretty clear intent behind the message, basically asking if he should steal it and donate the money directly to the developer. And the statement that came says it all about his stance on games. Quote, "If it ends up not being released in Australia, just pirate it after release. No need to send us any money, just enjoy the game." End quote. These are the words of someone with an overt desire for people to merely play and enjoy video games, and it's a refreshing call to action in a world filled with piracy, misinformation, DRM nonsense, and heavy anti-consumer practices. Soderstrom has in the past done the unthinkable by visiting torrent websites and helping users in the comments with technical support on the game and encouraging people seeding the torrents to update those torrents to more current versions, as that would be better for the gamers. Now, I'm not about to advocate for drug use or rape scenes in video games. They're not as edgy an inclusion as some would have you believe. However, in much the same vein as hatred, I'm in favor of a heavy bent towards freedom of expression rather than censorship, and unfortunately, Australia gets far too many censored games as it is. Here's a quick list of some of the major game releases that were either banned or censored in order to be sold. South Park: The Stick of Truth, Saints Row 4, State of Decay, Syndicate, The Witcher 2, Risen, Silent Hill Homecoming, and of course now, Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number. You'll notice that Grand Theft Auto is conspicuously missing from that list, despite an active torture scene, which I suspect has a great deal more to do with the tax revenue on a game that was going to sell millions of copies either way. They did manage to get it banned from Target because morals, but that was after the sales had already happened. I'm also not about to say that you should steal Hotline Miami 2. I know that it'll happen anyways, and some people use the statement as justification to steal it even if they're not in Australia and don't have any technical issues preventing them from picking it up legally. If any method comes to light that allows Australians to buy this game, please do. Developers like Soderstrom and CD Projekt Red, things like that, they maintain a huge customer experience focus, and they're rare these days. As a community, we should support them wherever possible. I also suspect that amid all the controversy, Devolver Digital will most likely publish a censored version of the game because the lack of ability to sell a game in a particular market is pretty harsh, even for a successful indie studio. But it speaks volumes that while they would prefer to sell as many copies as possible, they're also willing to come right out again and again saying that the top priority is for as many people to play the game as possible, regardless of how they obtained it. So what are your views on the customer focus exhibited here? Write your comments down below. Feature Creep is a regular editorial on my channel. If you enjoy it, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any episodes. That's all I have to say. Tarmack out.